Here we have a new 2023 Chevrolet Camaro LT1 Convertible. Now, I've reviewed one of these earlier, but this one's a Redline edition. Comes in black on jet black cloth. Includes the RS package, technology package, the dual mode exhaust. And it comes with that standard 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8 mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. And as we get to the front end here, LED daytime running lights along with LED headlamps. Love that front spoiler there. And those are full LEDs, so they don't flash like that. It's just how the camera's picking it up. Love the red accents there. Black bow ties, part of that Redline edition package. And then of course we get the signature red hash black wheels, part of that Redline package too. We get passive keyless entry, power door locks, power windows. They're one-touch automatic, and you can set it to either rear or front. Then we have our power mirror controls there. Red knee pads as part of that RS package. A little pocket here. You can pop the trunk there. Premium Bose sound system. Headlamp controls. 8-way power driver's seat with power, or no power lumbar support, I'm sorry. There's our back seat there. Red seat belts, also part of that RS package, or part of that Redline package, excuse me. Now as we get to the back end here, those LED taillights are part of the RS package. And then we have trunk space there. We get a lot more when the top is up and I can take that down. And then fuel filler here. Premium recommended with the 6.2 liter. And then we get a 6-way power passenger seat here. Glove compartment here. Let's take a look at this window sticker. A little windy out, so there we go. So all of our standard features there, and you can pause anywhere you want to see something. But stickers right at 51505. But love the look of this, just a beautiful car. Let's just take a quick look in the engine bay. And there's that 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8. And now let's hop in the driver's seat. So nice leather wrapped steering wheel here. And then over here we get AM, FM, XM radio along with Bluetooth audio. And then we get wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto compatibility as well. And then down here we have our single zone automatic climate controls. So we can adjust fan speed over here by turning this knob, and then temperature over here by turning this knob, and then we can hit these 3 buttons here to direct the airflow. Set the auto mode there, toggle the AC, Wi-Fi hotspot. You can pull up the climate controls on the screen as well if you want to do that. And then for the 10-speed automatic, just hit this button here, reverse, neutral, drive, and then you can manually shift, flopping it there, or you can use the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. Now we do get 3 drive modes. They're going to be Tour, Sport, Snow and Ice, and then when you go from Tour to Sport, you actually hear the exhaust change as part of that dual mode exhaust system. Traction control, electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage, and then we have our cup holders here, center console cubby space here, and then right there you have 2 USB-A ports and an aux input. And there's a view of the back seat from up here. Now to the steering wheel, we can toggle our radio station presets or our track list here. And then we have our cruise controls here, volume controls, and we use these 4 arrows and this select button to go through our digital gauge cluster menu there. And then we have voice recognition, and then this serves as a mute button. push button start. And here's our key fob with remote start. And then I'm just going to show you how it looks with the top up. So there it is there. Love the black on black top. And then you can actually fold it down when it's unlocked. Hold this button here. And then it'll come down. The car has to be off though. And then trunk. So let's go ahead and take this LT1 convertible out on the road for a quick test drive. So with the LT1, even in tour mode, the exhaust is not silent, but it's just a bit more quiet than in the sport mode. And I'll show you that because I'm gonna put it in manual mode to keep the revs a little warm, or a little hot, excuse me. And then when I put it into sport mode, just a little bit more of a growl to it. But very responsive this 10-speed is with downshifts, and then upshifts for a matter of fact. But really, in my opinion, there's no way to drive this other than in sport mode. Unless you daily drive this and you're on the interstate, you'll save some money. But you can also manually shift in the sport mode too and keep the revs lower. Give a little space back here so I can get a pull. So of course, very, very quick. But I like that you can manually shift all 10 of the speeds. That's pretty neat. And then this does have the cylinder deactivation mode, so when I'm sitting here cruising, you can see that V4, and that's just showing that 4 of the cylinders are off while I'm coasting here. But really just love these cars. They're still fun to drive, still very quick. Just have a lot more technology than the older ones when they first redid them back in 2010. But still a beast of a vehicle. And for those who don't like auto stop, don't worry, you don't have that on this V8. But really just love the exhaust growl in sport mode. And tour mode is not bad either. But specifically in sport mode, it really does become quite an animal. And really the ride quality is really good for this kind of car, but if you're in a Camaro, you're not really gonna care about the ride quality anyway. It is low to get into, but of course it's not as bad as a Corvette. And really just love the technology features. Having that technology package, giving you the wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, definitely a big plus. I do recommend getting it. RS package I recommend. Now you might just want to go up to a higher trim level instead of getting the LT1 if you want a convertible with leather, but you could always just add leather after the fact. You just won't get the heated cooled seat option. But when you have a convertible, it's probably going to be for warmer weather in Florida or California where it doesn't get too incredibly hot and you at least have a breeze. So you won't be using that heated cooled seat as much as we would here in Tennessee anyway. But I do wish I had blind spot monitors on this LT1. I wish that did come standard. I wish there were a lot more standard safety features on this Camaro. But it is a Camaro, so It's not expected, but it is on my wish list. And I'd love to see Super Cruise on these. I think that'd just be neat. And honestly, when the Camaro decides to make, or when GM decides to make a Camaro convertible that's electric, I will certainly be getting one. And at first I wasn't really feeling that Daytona Charger electric sound that they made for that concept vehicle that Chrysler made, but that would be cool to have on this as well. I just think it'd be funny. But all in all, of course, you still have your blind spots in the Camaro. With a top down, that won't be an issue. But for $52,000, well, 51 and some change, it's really up to you if it's worth the money. But if I had all the money in the world, I would certainly get one. And that'll bring me to the end of my review of the new 2023 Camaro LT1 Convertible.